Stillwater, Oklahoma, Boone Pickens Stadium. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. Tulsa will kick off and will get this game started. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So Oklahoma State's offense will get first crack at it today. Last time these two met, it was a beatdown, and I'm sure these guys would love to land the first punch in this one.
Bragging rights in setting the tone right from the beginning of the game, right? I mean, they came in, were shot out of a cannon. They were playing with so much energy and so much fire. They just overwhelmed their opponent the last time out there.
And I promise you they've heard about it a lot, right? They've been poked, they've been prodded, it's been mentioned, it's been running through the facility all week long. You to provide a spark, some hate, some anger to get them going for this football game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Right back to the well. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. That holding call threw him in reverse. Now it's second and long. Throwing, Hawkins. Blasted as he lets it go. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling. He rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him. They hit him and forced the incompletion.
He's going to run it. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. And the Cowboys line up to punt it away. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. So Tulsa's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And this guy doubtless will be a huge part of the game plan. This is a guy that they have high hopes for this season at the wide receiver position. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Hand it to the back. All over him immediately. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Drops back. It's Clinton. Fires to the right. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On third down, he drops to throw. Rushes on. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
That defender is a matchup. He's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up motion from the wide receiver. They go play action with Hawkins. Buying time to his right. He'll pull it down. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Hawkins. The quick out. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma State. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Left side, it's Jones. Could not make his way to the corner.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Under pressure. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. This third down a little longer after that penalty. Throwing, Hawkins. Throws it deep. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
That's a nice job by the offense there on their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got room at the 35. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. All right, guys, let's take a big view of Tulsa. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
It's a draw. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
It is deafening in here. The paddle people going to work. Third down and a big one for the Cowpokes. Back to throw. It's Clinton. They're all over him. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got some green grass. Gives them some room to operate as he rumbles ahead for 6 out to the 15-yard line. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. You hate to see this, all of the work in the offseason and injury this early in the year. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run him again. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Hawkins. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. We've reached the break. Oklahoma State is on top. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the catch. It's Francis. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him.
Snags it, and he's open. He's at the 30. Inside the... and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking for a man, it's Clinton. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Ball was loose, and he was able to get back on top of it. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Punt is on its way. Not a lot of room to field this one. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead, and a lot of times for a loss, and put the offense in a bind.
Out wide left, it's Jones. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
The Cowboys will try to move the sticks on 4th down. Quarterback keeper. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. And the Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Michael Hawkins on the play action. Looking to the big tight end. Right side, it's Francis. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Cowboys go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Swarmed under 5.
They ain't fucking block for us, then we actually take over. What the fuck?
Loss on the play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, here on the Tulsa sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up with the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Gonna have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Look out! Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. Punt is on its way. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. There he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. Stealing a score on special teams.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
The returner will field it and try, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Throwing, Hawkins. Touchdown, Cowboys. Quick strike through the air for the score. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Tulsa will start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating on one to go and make me a play. Maybe even 1-on-2. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell